Hello everyone, let us start today with the Information System Manager and his challenges. This is the syllabus point number 3 from the unit number 1 of ISE. So here the points that we are going to discuss about the IS Manager challenges as follows. What information system to be built, how much centralization of service, how much to spend on the information system, what security levels are required, what is the technological roadmap for that organization, managing information system in the organization, and what level of capability should be created with that of a IS. Now let us start one by one in detail. First point, what information system to be built. When we are going to have any of the IS system need to be built, there is a person who is responsible for managing all these IS related tasks is nothing but an information system manager. He has to face number of problems when he is going to design or she is going to design a new IS system. So first of all, most important thing is that the challenge faced by him or her is what information system to be built. Means what? How exactly they are going to decide? Firstly, what is the need of IS organization? Means we have to focus firstly according to need of that organization. Why that organization want to build IS? They should have to think about it, and then only we have to build accordingly. Competitive and organization considerations means who are the competitors and what they are exactly doing with their IS, what are the organization considerations, all these points need to be considered. Next to that, which system best suits to that firm's needs. Means if the number of systems, IS systems are available in the market but it is not suitable for me, then why to build that, why to take that? So that is the need to be considered. If the number of IS systems are available in the market, there is a challenge to determine which will be best suit for that of a firm. Means what? If the large number of IS system, these are in the software form, ERP form, they are readily available, and if they are not suiting for my organization need, then we should not have to go for those systems. So here, which system is software is suitable in terms of your IS for my organization, that need to be determined first. So manager has to examine the existing culture, structure and infrastructure of the firm to understand if the new system will fit and in what manner it has to be acquired. According to that, manager can take a decision about building a IS system for that particular organization. Means what? As we want to build IS, the information system is going to change organization to organization. Why? Because the needs are going to be changed. So that is the first thing. Next, second one is the how much of centralization of service. Means what? When we want to build any of the IS system, at that time whether it is a centralized or whether it is a decentralized system. For example, centralized facility means what? It is a single large IS department. Means what? One division, one department, one section, which is a large one, and it is going to manage its own IS that serves all the needs of organization, and it has the employees that have the necessary skills to learn that whatever will be the large facilities. Means what? Here is the only single IS system to handle all over the data within that particular organization, and opposite to that there is a decentralized system. Means what? These are those that are which are maintained and run by the other functional departments. Means whole IS system is divided into number of parts one. So they are working in the decentralized manner. So according to the need of organization, whether to keep that centralized or decentralized, that thinking is the most important, because it is going to affect the scalability and flexibility. Scalability means according to size. Initially my size of that IS system is for 50 system. That means what? 50 computers or the 50 systems can be managed within this one. But nowadays there is a need of 300 system, and whether it is scalable or not, that I have to determine as a IS manager. So it is also a big challenge. Managing centralized system is easy At if we want to make any of the modification, that can be done along with a only single system one. So managing that centralized system is easy, and it can be deployed for many departments in the organization one. Means what? It can be used by the number of departments which are belonging to a single organization. As in case of a decentralized system, each department they have their own structure. That's why it is more flexible and they can make changes more rapidly as per their need. In case of a centralized system, whenever the change is made, it might take a somewhat time. But in case of a decentralized system, due to the scalability, they can take their own decision. That's why the changes these are made more rapidly. Now, next biggest challenge as a IS manager to implement IS is that how much to spend on the information system. Means when we are going to have the number of systems available in the market ready made, they have their different prices and capabilities. So here is the challenge, how much to be spent money on that particular IS system as per the budget decision. Means what? At the start of year or at the end of year, every time we are making a planning of that budget one. So how much money is allocated for that particular IS building, that is to be considered here. If I have allocated money of 1000 rupees and I am going to buy that of a IS system of 5000, that means my budget is going to collapse. So according to my given budget, we can say here whatever will be the capabilities that can be made available within that given budget with the best output one, that is need to be identified here. How much competitors are spending on similar system. Means suppose I got one IS system which is better for my organization, then I have to make comparison with the another competitor system, whether they are spending this much of a amount, whatever that I am spending on that IS, whether it is similar or not. Next to that, when we are going to consider security, security is the most important thing everywhere. Like the same way here, IS system is going to collect the data of that organization. For that purpose, there is a need to provide the security. Security might get compromised. If the data may got lost, at that time it may be problematic for that particular organization. So IS are always under the internal or external threats. So need to provide the security. Means there may be a internal attack, there may be a external attack on that of our IS system. So what are the different internal threats? The employees, they may steal the data, or the fudgy accounts, or misusing the system in another way, or whatever will be the things that can be happen. But all these are considered internally one. These are from the known one. But when we are going to have external threats, they can be considered as viruses which are coming through the internet one, or the malicious persona wanting to damage our organization. So there might be somewhat attack in the external way also. So there is a need to provide security from these internal and external threats one. And this security, it need to be provided on the regular basis. It should not be one time. So that is the most important thing. And when we want to have a regular basis, there is a need to pay more. That means something extra. So if we want to get a higher security, they are good in nature, but they are having their cost more. That means they are expensive. Lax security means what? They are less expensive, but there may be the possibility of attacks one. Means there is no use providing lax security. If the data is not too much important, then we can refer for the lax security. But our data is sensitive, it is most important, then we have to go to refer for the high security. So as a IS manager, he has to take the decision as per organization need. Now next point, what is the technology roadmap for the organization? As we are knowing that as the word technology, it is not a constant, it is the dynamic one. It is not a static. Means what? This is a constant challenge that manager is going to face. Challenges of IS means information system, they remains the current, relevant, useful, that is given. But when we are going to have a technological roadmap, it must be going to change. So horizon of desktop computer, what can replace them? Means what? Suppose there is a P3 or P2 processor and our new current softwares are not going to support for those systems, then there is a need to change those processors one. Then what can be replaced them? Means how I can make maximum utilization of those desktop computers so as to reduce my IS cost. Which software that I can install and which software they are free or they can consider as a open source one, that need to be think. Now how should the current enterprise applications to be upgraded and expanded? Means suppose somewhat ERP softwares are available there. If I want to make changes within that, then what are the different changes that I can make there? Which of the current networking components are going outdated? And suppose there is a networking components are there, few of them are having their own lifetime. If they are going to be outdated, then I have to identify those components which are going to be outdated as a IS manager. What will be the future requirements for the networking and telecommunication? How the infrastructure should be created? Means in future whatever will be need is there, then how much will be the lifespan for those infrastructure, that need to be identified in advance, and according to that we have to prepare all those infrastructure instead of replacing that within the less time. Next is managing information system in organization. It is a highly challenging and complex task. As already I have told you, IS is a dynamic and it is not a static. Means day to day our information system, it is going to be changed. As the data is going to be collected, it is going to be changed. It is not a fixed one. If it is fixed, then we can say as a static, but if it is changing, we can say it as a dynamic one. So it must be uploaded with the time and goal. Means lots of data is available with me that I have collected, but what data need to be put within that my database or not, that need to be identified. So it must be updated with the time and goal. So here there are the variety of effects of these managing IS one, like a first order effect, second order effect, which are most important on the competitive environment one. There are few of the organizations which are maintaining the hierarchical level structure. So whether our IS system is supporting for those organization processes or not, such a type of a choosing and implementing IS is the biggest challenge one. Here is the what level of capability should be created with IS. Means what? According to hierarchical level, each and every person, they are having their own need and priorities. So firstly there is a need to identify the needs and priorities of the system and compare that against the budget available. In the budget section already we have discussed about that one. So initially start up with the less capabilities. Means don't go for buying a higher cost IS system. Here we can start with the basic plan one, so with the less capabilities. Later on, as the system grows up, we can demand for the more also. Certain requirements of the system, they can be outsourced. Means some of the time there is a need to prepare some data or we want to process. At that time we can get that from the outside external organization instead of making use of that within our own system. So outsourcing means what? Asking a vendor or any another company that has expertise in performing that particular functions to do the job. They may provide their employees who can work in the firm's site. So here is the end of your point number 3 from the unit number 1.